I got a phone call from my lady, who I FaceTimed with earlier. Tried to, but she didn't. She was busy. She's training a new nurse. But we'll hop back in on what we were talking about. Somebody was asking me how I stay sober. It's not easy at first, I'll tell you. Not easy at first. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my big book out though. Find a big book. I don't think I have one though. Oh, hey, how you doing? Allan Sober Powerlifting Journey. I'm back on live again. I stopped the live short because I had an important phone call. My fiance. That's important enough, I guess. But yeah, we were talking about. Someone was asking me, very from England, struggling to stay sober, and talking about the cost to go to rehab. Yeah, it's crazy here too, and a lot of insurance companies will not cover it. I wouldn't think. I don't know because look, I haven't. The last time I was in rehab, I went in as indigent, and they accepted me. They accepted me in there as an indigent. It only works if you want it to work. It'll give you a good start and a good education on the 12 steps. What really works is going to 12-step meetings. There's other, all right, I don't have a monopoly, or they don't, AA does not have yeah, it gives you a good start, but it'll teach you some of them, most of them, about the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. And it AA doesn't claim to have a monopoly on staying sober. It just has a pretty good track record. It worked for me. Definitely worked for me. Works for me. Uh, yeah. When I got locked up for the first 10 and a half months of my first 10 years plus of sobriety, they had meetings inside prison, and I tried to go to as many as I could. I think it was 2 or 3 a week or something like that. And then when I got out, I had to go to a halfway house for 3 months. But yeah, I went in. I got locked up in that domestic thing, and then the warrants. Um, it was January 11th of 2015. That's when I had my last drink, and I got out later on that year in November, right after Thanksgiving. I got out, and I had to go to a 3 month rehab. Not rehab. I'm sorry, halfway house that had counseling. It was court ordered. Hey, welcome, welcome. Yeah, it was court ordered. Um, for 3 months. It was very strict halfway house. They had metal detectors. You had to go once you went out on the street. They metal detect you. They breathalyzed you. They patted you down as you went through the store. Went through. Yeah, it can be. It can be a waste of money. Um, my rehab was county jail and then prison for 10 and a half months. So that was free. Yeah, I went to several rehabs, and it never did much for me. Yeah, it never did a lot for me. It did. It gave me some knowledge about AA. That's about it. Which the program does work if you work it. It works for me. Definitely, it works. I can't say it worked. It's working for me in my life today. I use the steps all the time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I use the steps. The 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous are amazing. Yeah, they're actually from the Bible, anyways. They're Bible derivative. Um, and they originally came from a group called the Oxford groups, which were around in the 1920s and 30s and 40s. And probably after that too, but they ended up getting involved in politics, and that was the end of the Oxford groups. But they had 6 steps, which was almost they were. It was Dr. Bob and Bill and made it 12 steps to make it their own. That's a little history of it. Oh, I cut off. Yeah, I did cut off. Yes, I did. Yeah, I had a phone call that came through. But that's what I did. I went to a lot of meetings. Went in when I got locked up. AA meetings. And then when I got to that halfway house, I went to as many meetings as I could. Two reasons: I wanted to get out of that house. It was a bunch of, boy, there was a lot of lower, low, I would say low lifes in there pretty much. I hate to say it. People that didn't really want to change. They were just in there to get out on the street. Most of them ended up back in prison, you know, most of them. A lot of street people in there, you know, from the ghetto and stuff. So it was good to get out of there, you know, get with some normal. I wanted to be with some normaler people that are pretty normal, you know, get out. So that was one way to get out. But it also I knew AA worked because I had worked the program 4 other times for over a year, 4 times. I never got 2 years, but my life did get better then in that year and a half. So I had 4 tries at a year, and I never made 2 years in the past. But yeah, when I was locked up, that's when I started lifting. They had weights where I went. It was a minimum security prison. They had weights in there. They were all welded together. You had one bar, 135, all the way to 405, different size bars, you know, that were welded. And dumbbells. They had old machines in there and all that stuff, you know, outside and inside. Welcome, welcome, fast fail. But yeah, there's no nothing good about going to jail or any of that shit. It sucked, you know. Unless you like living in a cot with a bunch of guys, you know, on a cot with no pillow. If that's your thing, and you like to make if you call having a great time making a spread in there. I don't know how you got there. Hey, how's it going, buddy? How's it going? You should. What do you think of those damn Patriots, huh? Stay Strong is from the Miami area. Not quite. I think. Where are you from now again? Port St. Lucie, something like that. Yes, Scott. Jail sucks. It's boring. Absolutely boring. I lived in hostels. Yeah, my sister did. Halfway house. Yes, I did too. Halfway houses. I've been through the whole gamut of that shit. But I'm not religious, so what is AA? They made us hold hands. You don't have. They don't hold hands here anymore after COVID. You don't have to. You just and yeah, you don't have to get. You don't have to be religious. Port St. Lucie. Yeah, born in Miami. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while since they won the Super Bowl. Those two teams were great, though. The 2 year run they had. Then they lost the first Super Bowl they were in. No, I can't bless you with anything. That's another thing, that crypto. I don't really know much about it. I don't trust it too much. Sorry, you know. How can you bless me with $20? What the hell? Get a job. How's that? Get a fucking job. But yeah, Don and I've known Don for a while on YouTube. We both support each other. Excuse me. He's the exact same age as me. Yeah, 1973. That's right. Yeah, exact same age as me. By one day, I think he's one day older or younger. I can't remember. No, you have to get it. That's if you want $100, you got to go out and earn it. You got to earn it. I'm going to let these people go on here, though. You know what I mean? That's how you build up views, anyways. Yeah, that's fine. If you love it and you can do it, as we say in the big book, my hats go off to you, you know. I'm one day older. Yeah, I'm the old man of the two of us. Yeah. We're April babies. April 11th and April 12th. Yeah, drinking, some people can do it and some people can't. You know, that's all I can. Do you condone? Yes, I do. Drunk driving for anybody. No, you can't have a smartphone in prison. You'll end up you get another charge here. And introducing contraband. What's called introducing contraband. Yeah, it's another charge. You got to go back. You get caught with that, you go back to county. If you're in prison and you get caught with that, you go back to county jail, to court for that. Yeah, that's a felony. They'll tack on a couple of years maybe or more. You know, it's called it's a security risk. But there's nothing good about jail. It sucks. You know. The only reason you know what? The only reason I was in there is from drinking and drugging. No, I don't want to know the future. Yeah, the only reason I went to jail or prison is because I was drinking. You know, I haven't, in the last almost 11 years, I haven't even gotten a speeding ticket. Hey, what's up, Speed? I haven't even gotten a speeding ticket. And before that, I was in and out of jails everywhere. Yeah, Jesus does love me. Yep, Jesus does love me. That's my higher power. You know what I've been doing every night? I've been listening to the Gospels on YouTube before I sleep. The Gospels are the word of the Lord, you know, which is pretty cool. That's what I fall asleep to every night, me and my lady. Um, I love the four Gospels, man. I really do love the four Gospels. God bless you too, everybody, man. Yeah. What was it last night? I think I was listening to Luke, Matthew, John, and Mark, man. They are amazing, man. They are. I keep going back to the Gospels. I keep going. I like look for something else, and I end up going back on one of the Gospels for some reason. Don't get me wrong. I love Acts and Romans and all that stuff. To the Ephesians letters, the Paul's letters. I did a lot of when I was in jail. Almost 11, about 11 years ago, almost 11 years ago. I read a lot of the Bible back then, you know. And I wasn't one of those people that just, when they got out, threw it in the garbage. It really hit me, you know. Very powerful. Yeah, I do too. I love Romans. Romans has got a lot, especially for people that are have had addiction problems. You know, Romans is a really powerful. Proverbs is fantastic. Proverbs, yeah. The Psalms, King David Psalms, right? I always wondered, I did that with the Psalms. I wonder if those were sung as a song, some of them. I bet you they were back then, you know, back when it was written. I bet you it was. Yeah, I love the Bible, man. It's very mysterious and it's beautiful. Um, but yeah, lately I've been going. Acts is very good too. It's Acts. Acts. Yes, ignorance is bliss. Yeah. So I tried to run my own show for years, man. I was my own higher power, and the results were disastrous. Yeah. I'd fuck up anything. Excuse my French, but I would screw up anything. Any situation I was in, I screwed it up with my drinking and drugging. And I found the alcohol and drugs is just a symptom of, it's just really a symptom of an underlying problem. And the problem was me. You know, I couldn't deal with life on life's terms, so I used alcohol as a self medication. Well, you know what? I am going to go eat now. It's been great. God bless everybody. I'm glad you got me talking about the Lord, though, right now, man. That's very powerful. It makes me feel good, you know. You have a good night, everybody.